Coming up, Washington hosts New York as the Giants seek their 6th straight win in the series. Can the football team snap the 5-game losing streak? Find out next on Thursday night.
We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field.
The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up
with the New York Giants.
Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our visitors coming into play here. They know coming in they've got to be at their best because they're facing one of the better overall defenses in the NFL.
And this is now one of the better offenses around in terms of running the football. So they understand that they're going to be put to the test a bit. The big plays in the run game, they haven't been there of late. So maybe that means we'll see them shake things up a little bit. Some RPOs, some touch passes, some draw plays. Anything to try and gain a little bit of momentum.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Giants ready to go to work on offense, and leading them out, their third-year quarterback from Duke, Daniel Jones.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
Throwing, Jones. We'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. A first down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's second down. The numbers for him from a week ago. 22 carries, 77 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
On 2nd and 9, Jones.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
2nd and 5.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 24-yard line.
And we always say, and I absolutely believe it, Evan Ingram is a wide receiver in a tight end's frame. 63 catches last year, en route to his first Pro Bowl nomination.
Now Jones. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Sterling Shepard. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And here comes Danny Johnson now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Washington offense about ready to go to work. And at quarterback in his 17th season now in the NFL, piloting his 9th different franchise, it's Ryan Fitzpatrick.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. O'Shane Ximines. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
And they get to him right out of the gate. And this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first-play sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk with his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, you know that game plan we put together? We might need to change it right now.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Fitzpatrick. And he's going to be taken down in the end zone. Fitzpatrick sacked, and that's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Ooh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick.
On the return, it's Tony.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again.
He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Oh, the protection's been great, if that's where you're going.
Yeah, protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract time if this continues. On 2nd and 9, Jones. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. But now it'll be 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones throwing deep for Galladay. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2.
And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop.
From the 27, Fitzpatrick slings this deep from McLaurin.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Here's Jones on 3rd down. He'll get this one to Golladay. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. They were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Fitzpatrick to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sims. Yeah, he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. To throw is Fitzpatrick. A quick throw, but incomplete. Antonio Gibson, the intended target. 3rd down here. Here's Fitzpatrick. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. New York set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Montez Sweat. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, it's 9-0. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it 2nd and 7. Here's a give to Barkley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Jones. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Jones. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Montez Sweat, his 2nd sack of the night.
And this offensive line, as we all remember, allowed 50 sacks last year. Tied for the 2nd most in the NFL. They vowed new techniques, a few new players, but so far, not quite getting it done.
After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another, because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And they come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss, and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie, but boy, was he sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys. And Washington, they feel like they had a real find when they took him in the 3rd round last year, number 66 overall, and he justified their decision.
And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Dexter Lawrence. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Third and long, Fitzpatrick following the sack. What can he and the gang come up with?
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. 48, Mike.
Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
But the focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company.
He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter.
Jamin Davis, the rookie first-round pick, in on the tackle.
Looking to throw on second down. Jones going up top. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Jones to throw on third down.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense.
Looking down at the stats here, realizing he has no catches. They've targeted him twice, but no catches. So how do they get him more involved, Charles?
You make sure he touches it on routes that he likes to run. Maybe even run a reverse or some type of a jet sweep so he gets his hands on the ball and get him active and involved in the game. You just try and find ways to get him going, and it doesn't have to be something that's big downfield.
Maybe kind of like in basketball, just a shooter seeing the ball go through, you get him a rep, get him more comfortable.
I agree with that totally. Maybe set that solid screen and give him an easy look.
Well, to this point, no catches.
Here's second and 10.
Time to go, night. Gonna go 5-0 here.
From the gun, Fitzpatrick. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Fitzpatrick. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's fourth down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Tressway now. He's been terrific so far. So possession goes over here on the punt.
Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again.
They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And Kyle Rudolph spent 10 seasons in Minnesota where he was twice a Pro Bowler. The Giants still believe he has some juice, a good route, and a good catch there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley. Jimmy Moreland in there to bring him down. Coming up on 2nd and 7. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. Looking to throw. Jones. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 50. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And the Giants ready to come out now. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now Jones throwing on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Shepard. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Back to throw. Jones. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And no one happier to see that than the Giants fans themselves. Saquon Barkley was used a lot his rookie year, 91 catches, which was a record for NFL rookies. That fell off to 52 in 2019. And then, of course, the injury in Week 2 at Chicago last year prevented him from reaching those heights.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Danny Johnson returning. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a moment. But first, the NFL season is in full swing. Let's show the good folks what we've got in store for us later this weekend here in Week 2. In that 1 o'clock time frame, a lot to choose from. But let's highlight the game in Philadelphia. A big one for the Eagles, as they'll have to contend with the San Francisco 49ers. Plenty to like about the late afternoon games as well. As you see by the highlight, these guys are in for a battle, taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Then on Sunday night, two of the best in the AFC linking up in Week 2. Chiefs and Ravens from Baltimore at 8:20 Eastern. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Giants. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. Pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for Washington, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Off the play fake to Gibson. Fitzpatrick. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Fitzpatrick to his tight end Thomas for the Washington first. Fitzpatrick now. Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Gano now to add the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Now here's Johnson. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
We own them. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Fitzpatrick now to throw on first down. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. A gain of 6 there on first. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
On second down, a run with Gibson.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Gibson again.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
We got 4. 40.
Now Fitzpatrick.
He'll air this one out deep for Sims.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Cam Sims, the intended receiver.
But it'll be 2nd down.
Fitzpatrick going to give to Gibson.
And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Now Fitzpatrick. Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Don't give him nothing. Don't give him nothing.
On first down,
Barkley. Tackle made by Chase Young.
the last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones.
A quick pass here. He's got Shepard.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Jones and Shepard with a connection there for Giants first down.
Throwing Jones. That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram from 6 yards away. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown, and teams that looked like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
Gano for the extra point. And that will bump the lead up to 26. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Johnson now returning.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Here we go. Here we go.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
First down, Fitzpatrick.
He's going to drop this one down to Gibson.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I wonder if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Finding room to the 20 and down to the 16-yard line. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
Very good as a rookie. Terry McLaurin was even better in 2020. 87 catches for over 1,100 yards. He is definitely wide receiver 1 for the Washington football team.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Fitzpatrick. Throw right side, going to be caught by Seals-Jones. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Here's Fitzpatrick. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Hopkins' kick is good. And that'll put us within 3 scores as it becomes now a 23-point game.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Once more, he was trying to get it to Kenny Galladay. And now it's second down. He's going to go up top again. And got his man complete. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that will extend this big lead. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Now the Washington offense going back to work.
They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
Fitzpatrick to throw it. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Here's Fitzpatrick. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown.
Ricky Seals-Jones, 63 yards. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Back now at FedEx Field, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And it would appear they're on their way to a 2-0 start as they begin things here with a 1st and 10 in the fourth quarter.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Now Jones. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
To throw is Fitzpatrick. And he fires one incomplete.
Antonio Gibson, the intended target.
But it's going to be second down. To throw, Fitzpatrick. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down.
Washington on third down.
Lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. That's caught over the middle by Seals-Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Fitzpatrick on first down. And that's complete. It's Sims.
7 yards, the pickup there.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the 36, Fitzpatrick. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47. Throwing Fitzpatrick.
He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They go play action. Fitzpatrick. Taking a shot for Samuel.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A handoff for Gibson.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The big nose tackle, Danny Shelton, there to swallow him up. On 2nd and 9, Fitzpatrick. Got a man, it's Brown. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Fitzpatrick. Staying it, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Leonard Williams in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And that is incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. 24.
24. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Barkley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Here's Jones on 3rd down. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's had quite the turnaround, Charles. At the start of the game, passing game was a little bit of a mess, but he's back on the horse, so to speak.
Love seeing how someone can rebound from a slow start or a tough start. Means that they're strong mentally. They've kind of calmed themselves down. Everyone's rallied around them. Maybe they even change game planning a little bit in order to make things better for them.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Fitzpatrick now to throw on 1st down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now Fitzpatrick. Hitting Samuel on the slant. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Fitzpatrick. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They'll throw again. Fitzpatrick. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Adoree Jackson right there, step for step in coverage. On 2nd and 10, Fitzpatrick. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Fitzpatrick now. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Desperation time. Fitzpatrick on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Giants are going to get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The possession switching back to the New York Giants. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 54 yards rushing for him now to this point. Second down, here's an option right. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.